barangay official holds a prestige of power and dignity in his area of jurisdiction. He is respected by his own people who elected him to office. People in his barangay go to him for varied reasons, from seeking advice to airing grievances, giving suggestions, or even asking for financial or material aid. The barangay officials are very important persons. They are the teammates and partners of the national government in the task of nation building. They need to realize that the barangay is the basic political unit, which serves as the planning and implementing unit of government policies, plans, programs, projects, and activities in the community. It is the forum wherein the collective view of the people may be expressed, crystallized, and considered. And it is the forum where disputes are amicably settled. Ang opisyal ng barangay ay may hawak sa katanyagan ng kapangyarihan at karangalan sa kanyang puok na nasasakupan. Siya ay ginagalang ng mga taong humalal sa kanya sa tungkulin. Ang mga tao sa barangay ay tumutungo sa kanya dahil sa iba't ibang hangarin. Mula sa paghingi ng payo, paghinga ng hinaing, pagbigay ng mga mungkahi o ang paghingi ng tulong na pinansyal o material. Ang mga opisyal ng barangay ay mga mahalagang tao. Sila ay kaanib at kasangga ng lideratong nasyonal tungo sa pagtatag ng isang malakas na republika. Kailangan nilang may sa isip na ang barangay ang basihang political unit na nagsisilbing tagapagplano at tagapagpatupad ng mga programa at mga proyekto at pagpapakilos ng mga taong bayan sa kanilang buo. Na ang barangay ay sandigan kung saan ang sama-samang mga kuro-kuro ng mga tao ay naihaharap, naihimay-himay at binibigyan ng konsiderasyon. At ang barangay rin ang sumbungan kung saan ang mga alitan ay mapayapang napapasiyahan.
How is a barangay created? A barangay may be created, divided, merged, abolished, or its boundaries substantially altered by law or by an ordinance of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan or Panglungsod, subject to the approval by a majority of the votes cast in a plebiscite to be conducted by the Commission on Elections. In the case of the creation of barangays by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, the recommendation of the Sangguniang Bayan concerned shall be necessary. A barangay may be created in the indigenous cultural communities by an act of Congress upon recommendation of the LGU concerned. The requirements for the creation of a barangay are population and territory. As to population, there must be at least 2,000 inhabitants for municipalities outside Metro Manila and other metropolitan political subdivisions, and at least 5,000 inhabitants for highly urbanized cities and municipalities in Metro Manila. The creation of a new barangay should not reduce the population of the mother barangay to less than the minimum requirement. As to territory, it should be contiguous or physically in contact with each other, except when it comprises 2 or more islands. The barangay officials are elective and appointive. The elective officials are the Punong Barangay and its 7 Sangguniang Bayan members. The Sangguniang Kabataan chairman is ex-officio member. The appointive officials are the barangay treasurer and the barangay secretary. There shall also be a lupong tagapamayapa, composed of the Punong Barangay as chairman and 10 to 20 members. The term of office of elective barangay officials shall be 3 years. They may not serve for more than 3 consecutive terms in the same position. Voluntary renunciation for the office for any length of time shall not be considered as an interruption in the continuity of service for the full term for which the elective official concerned was elected. An elective barangay official is eligible for appointment or designation to any public office during his tenure, provided it is allowed by law or by the primary functions of his position. He may also be a member of a higher sanggunian in case he is elected as president of the municipal, city, or provincial chapter of the Liga ng mga Barangay.
By virtue of the 1991 Local Government Code, the barangay officials are provided with powers to effectively govern their constituents. Because of the magnitude of their roles, the Department of the Interior and Local Government, through its Barangay Governance and Development Program, is providing an enabling environment for the 42,000 barangays in their efforts to reach the state of self-reliance. The program is focused on developing the competencies of barangay officials for them to perform their roles and responsibilities as development managers, program implementers, and service providers. The newly elected barangay officials today face a competitive and challenging environment. Thus, they need more decisive and creative interventions or training programs which will help them perform effectively to bring the barangay to the forefront of development. To ensure that the right development perspective will be attained, private sector participation as stakeholder for development is also encouraged. Sa pamamagitan ng 1991 Local Government Code, ang mga opisyal ng barangay ay binibigyan ng mga kapangyarihan upang maging epektibo ang kanilang pamumuno at pamamahala. Dahil sa lawak ng kanilang dapat kampanan, ang Department of the Interior and Local Government, sa pamamagitan ng Barangay Governance and Development Program, ay tumutulong sa mga 42,000 mga barangay sa kanilang pagsisikap na maabot ang antas ng sariling kakayahan. Ang programa ay nakatutok sa pagpapaunlad ng kakayahan ng mga opisyal ng barangay na magampanan nila ang kanilang mga tungkulin at gawain bilang tagapamahala ng pagpapaunlad o development managers, tagapagpatupad ng mga programa o program implementers, at tagapagbigay ng serbisyo o service providers. Ang mga bagong halal ng opisyal ng barangay ay nahaharap ngayon sa matinding kompetensya at hamon upang maabot ang kanilang hangaring mapaunlad ang kanilang mga puok. Kaya't lalo nilang kailangan ang mga makabagong pamamaraan, edukasyon at pagsasanay na makatutulong sa kanilang mahusay na pamamalakad upang maitaguyod ang barangay tungo sa kaunlaran. Upang makasiguro na ang tamang pananaw para sa pag-unlad ay matamo, ang partisipasyon ng pribadong sektor at iba pang mga grupong may kaugnayan dito ay inaanyayahang lumahok.
The Barangay Governance and Development Program aims to develop the competencies of newly elected barangay officials in the field of development management, program implementation, and provision of basic services. The program's specific objectives are to identify the required competencies of barangay officials as basis for the development and design of interventions, to design programs that will enhance the identified priority competencies of barangay officials, to develop materials on barangay governance to serve as reference to barangay officials and other stakeholders, and to conduct trainings on barangay governance. Tasked with implementing the BGDP is the Local Government Academy of the DILG. With the support of the DILG regional offices. The training covers an orientation course on barangay governance and enhancement courses, The orientation course covers the following topics. Module 1, which is the barangay and its environment. This includes emerging issues and trends in governance. Module 2, which is the Barangay Government. This covers powers granted by the local government code and the functions of the Barangay Government, which are organizing, planning, funding, legislating, and monitoring and evaluation. Module 3 is on managing the administrative challenges. Under this are public ethics and accountability and innovative practices. Module 4's topic is charting the destiny of the barangay. This covers vision preparation, identification of priority program, and action plan. There are 11 topics for the enhancement courses. Strategic planning for barangays. This course is designed to assist barangay officials in formulating a strategic vision, mission, goals, and objectives as they assume their new roles as managers for local development. Building community partnerships and networking. Participants are taught the importance of building alliances with the other sectors and new management paradigm in managing the daily operations of the barangay. Barangay budgeting and financial management analyses. This course exposes the participants on the intricacies of barangay budgeting necessary for barangay officials to come out with sound policies and decisions in utilizing its fiscal resources. Resource mobilization. Through this course, participants will be introduced to the concept and practice of development financing, tapping external sources of assistance as mechanism for local development. Maintaining public safety in barangays. This course is designed to enhance the skills of the barangay officials in ensuring peace and order in the community. Also taken up are the Katarungang Pambarangay or barangay justice system, disaster management, and the strengthening of the Barangay Human Rights Action Center. Barangay Basic Services Delivery. With the current shift from public administration to development administration, the role of the barangay has been redefined from a mere provider to producer of services. With the resources present in the barangay officials have to find other practical means to meet the demand for services by the constituents. This course will expose barangay managers on the latest management principles, such as entering partnership and building alliances with other barangays and institutions. Project management for barangays. As local area managers, the course provides barangay officials the opportunity to enhance their skills in project management. Barangay Solid Waste Management. The course deals on various strategies and approaches in managing solid wastes in local communities and orients them on Republic Act 9003 or the Solid Waste Management Act. Barangay Leadership. The course exposes local leaders to the different principles and styles of leadership to help them determine the kind of leadership responsive to the needs of their constituents. And finally, livelihood development for barangays. The course is designed to enhance the capability of local leaders to spearhead and mobilize people to undertake livelihood programs and projects aimed at increasing productivity, enhancing competencies of constituents, and augmenting local income. Under the 1991 Local Government Code, barangay officials have specific duties and responsibilities. Let's start with the duties and functions of the Punong Barangay. To enforce all laws and ordinances operative within the barangay. To negotiate, enter into, and sign contracts for and on behalf of the barangay with the consent of the Sangguniang Barangay. To maintain public order in the barangay and assist the municipal or city mayor and the Sangguniang Bayan or Sangguniang Panglungsod members who are assigned to their respective districts in the performance of their duties in the barangay. To call and preside over meetings of the Sangguniang Barangay and the Barangay Assembly and vote to break a tie. Upon approval by a majority of all members of the Sangguniang Barangay, appoint or replace the Barangay Treasurer, Secretary, and other appointive officials. To organize and lead an emergency group if necessary to maintain peace and order, or to assist during an emergency or calamity within the barangay. In coordination with the Barangay Development Council, prepare the annual and supplemental budgets of the barangay. To approve vouchers relating to the disbursement of barangay funds. To enforce laws and regulations relating to pollution control and protection of the environment. To administer the operation of the Katarungang Pambarangay in accordance with the provisions of law. To exercise general supervision over the activities of the Sangguniang Kabataan. To ensure the delivery of basic services is mandated under Section 17 of the Local Government Code. To conduct an annual Palarong Pambarangay which shall feature traditional sports and disciplines included in national and international games in coordination with the Department of Education, Culture, and Sports. To promote the general welfare of the barangay and to exercise such other powers and perform other duties as may be prescribed by law or ordinance. The functions and duties of Sangguniang Barangay members are to enact ordinances for the general welfare of the inhabitants as well as tax and revenue ordinances and annual and supplemental budgets, to provide for the construction and maintenance of barangay facilities, to assist in the establishment, organization, and promotion of cooperative enterprises, to regulate the use of barangay-owned facilities and charge reasonable fees for the use, to solicit or accept monies, materials, and voluntary labor for specific public works and cooperative enterprises of the barangay, to provide compensation, reasonable allowances, or per diems, as well as travel expenses for Sangguniang Barangay members and other barangay officials, and to authorize the Punong Barangay to enter into contracts on behalf of the barangay. The duties and functions of the Barangay Secretary are to keep custody of all records of the Sangguniang Barangay and the Barangay Assembly, to prepare and keep the minutes of all meetings of the Sangguniang Barangay and the Barangay Assembly, to prepare a list of members of the Barangay Assembly and have the list posted in conspicuous places within the barangay, to assist in the preparation of all necessary forms for the conduct of barangay registrations, elections, initiatives, referenda, or plebiscites in coordination with the COMELEC, to assist the Municipal Registrar in the registration of births, deaths, and marriages, to keep an updated record of all inhabitants, to submit a report on the actual number of barangay residents to the Sangguniang Barangay, and to exercise other powers, duties, or functions as may be prescribed by law or ordinance. The functions and duties of the Barangay Treasurer are as follows: to keep custody of barangay funds and properties, to collect funds and issue official receipts accruing to the Barangay Treasury and deposit the same in the account of the barangay, to disburse funds in accordance with financial procedures, to submit to the Punong Barangay financial statements for the preceding and ensuing calendar years, to render a written accounting report of all funds and property at the end of each calendar year, to certify the validity of funds whenever necessary, to plan and attend to the rural postal circuit within his or her jurisdiction, and to exercise such other powers and perform other duties and functions as may be prescribed by law and ordinance. The Barangay Development Council is a planning and coordinative body in the barangays. It is headed by the Punong Barangay and composed of members of the Sangguniang Barangay, representatives of non-governmental organizations or NGOs operating in the barangay who shall constitute not less than 1/4 of the members of the fully organized council and a representative of the congressman. The functions of the Barangay Development Council are to mobilize people's participation in local development efforts, to prepare barangay development plans based on local requirements, to monitor and evaluate the implementation of national and local programs and projects, and to perform such other functions as may be provided by law. The Punong Barangay has special privileges. He shall represent his barangay in the Liga ng mga Barangay, and if elected president in the municipal, city, or provincial level, shall serve as ex-officio member of the Sangguniang Bayan, Sangguniang Panglunsod, or Sangguniang Pandalawigan, as the case may be. A punong barangay may even become president of the National Liga ng mga Barangay. In the performance of his peace and order functions, the punong barangay shall be entitled to possess and carry the necessary firearms within his territorial jurisdiction. The city or municipality, through the city or municipal mayors, may exercise general supervision over the barangay to see to it that the barangay acts within the scope of its prescribed powers and functions. General supervision includes the power to order an investigation of the conduct of barangay officials and punish them whenever they are found to have committed some acts not in accordance with law.
To be a barangay official is to enter into a serious commitment with the people who voted for him to lead and govern a basic political unit. It is to accept a duty which he will have to bear with competence, knowledge, skill, and dedication for the duration of his tenure of office. It is a covenant to pursue and abide by the goals of his particular municipality, city, province, and the national government. Recognizing the very special role of barangays all over the country, the national government, through the DILG's Barangay Governance and Development Program, is making all efforts to train, upgrade, and professionalize barangay officials and make them experts in barangay administration. It is an ideal that is reachable and attainable. Upang maging tunay na opisyal ng barangay, kailangan niyang pumasok sa seryosong pagtupad ng kanyang pangakong tumulong sa kanyang mga kababayang nasasakupan. Ito ay ang pagtanggap ng tungkulin na siyang ipatutupad ng kahusayan, karunungan, kagalingan at dedikasyon sa panahon ng kanyang panunungkulan. Bilang pagkilala sa kahalagahan ng tungkulin ng mga barangay sa buong bansa, sa pamamagitan ng Barangay Governance and Development Program, ginagawa natin ang lahat ng pagsisikap upang maturuan, maitaas ang antas at maging profesional ang mga opisyal ng barangay at gawin silang mga eksperto o dalubhasa sa barangay administration o pamamahala ng barangay. Ito ay isang mithiin na maaabot at makakamtan sa Diyos, sa tao, serbisyong totoo. Mabuhay po ang lahat ng ating mga opisyal ng barangay sa buong Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang mga barangay!